So my name's Commander Rod Wild from Regional WA. Look, I'm here now to inform you that in relation to the active shooter event that's been occurring from Kellerberrin today has now been resolved. And that's as a result of a 25-year-old man suffering a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So firstly, I want to thank the members of the public for their assistance in this difficult day. Also the media, obviously, for the assistance throughout the day. This incident has been rapidly evolving from this morning as a result of an incident that obviously occurred in Kellerberrin at the grain terminals, where a man aged in his 40s was shot and killed. So I can say that police have been negotiating with a 25-year-old man for several hours, and obviously it's a tragic outcome for everyone involved. The 25-year-old man is currently being airlifted to hospital to receive critical care. So I'm available to take questions.
So were the two men known to each other?
Look, we do believe the two men were known to each other and both worked together as well in Kellerberrin.
Were they related at all, or just work?
No, we don't believe they're related as such, but have been colleagues, work colleagues for several years.
That man, was he a known gun owner?
Look, it's still early days, obviously, in the investigation, but we do believe that the 25-year-old man had several licensed firearms in his name.
Was he known to police already?
He wasn't known to police, no.
Can you just clarify the condition of the 25-year-old man?
So at this point, and this is evolving quite quickly, but I can say that he's in a critical condition from that self-inflicted gunshot wound.
What can you tell us about the 25-year-old man?
Look, from what we understand, he's a Kellerberrin resident, has lived in the town for several years and worked locally as well.
There are reports that both of the two men involved worked together?
That's correct. That's the information we have. Obviously, it's early days in the investigation. The homicide squad will be leading the investigation. Obviously, we've had a lot of police resources throughout the day, throughout the district. So I certainly want to thank the police officers who have worked tirelessly and very bravely throughout the day as well in a really rapid and evolving situation. So I want to thank them, certainly members of the public as well, as it was a very rapidly evolving, as I say, situation where we had a person believed to be armed at that stage in a vehicle and also in foot.
Where exactly did police find the gunman?
So he was located about 20 kilometres north of Kellerberrin in farming land there. So he was situated in a field there, and police were negotiating. The TRG negotiators had been talking to him for several hours.
And was anyone else injured, or is it just the man who has died?
At this stage, we just believe it's the man at the workplace in Kellerberrin that was fatally shot at that location.
Confirm that other people were shot at?
Look, at least one person we believe vehicle was shot at. We've had a report of that and we're investigating that.
Are they
no injuries. I don't believe that person was injured, but there was certainly damage to the vehicle.
How is that person holding up?
Obviously very shaken, so police have been in contact and supporting him as well.
And they were inside the vehicle at the time?
Yeah, I believe he was inside that vehicle and it was shot at by a person.
What firearm was he holding?
Look, the 25-year-old man has a number of licensed firearms, so that's still to be determined what actually did occur.
So just to go back to the farmer who was shot at, there's reports that he was stopping to give him a lift, and that's when the incident happened?
Yeah, look, again, it's early in the investigation, so that's what we will need to investigate.
Is there any early indication of a motive for this?
Not at this stage, although what I can say, we believe it was related between the two parties. No other person was at risk, so it was between the relationship between the deceased at the work location and the 25-year-old man.
Can you walk us through what sort of emergency services and police resources were deployed today?
Certainly, look, a number of police resources from throughout the Wheatbelt district and also Perth. So we had the TRG, ROG, State Traffic, we had St John Ambulance who were assisting us, we had the RAC Rescue Helicopter as well, so we certainly want to thank all of those organisations for their assistance in what was obviously a very dangerous and dynamic situation.
Can you confirm the 25-year-old man was wearing a source sticker on his body?
No, I can't confirm that, no.
Do you think...
Sorry, what's the process? Are you intending to charge this man?
Well, obviously he's received a critical injury, so dependent on his condition, but and there'll be a number of processes, investigative processes from that. So the homicide squad from Perth will be leading that investigation, and it'll evolve from there.
What hospital is he being taken to?
I'm not quite sure of that at the moment. So it's really just evolving as I've come to speak to you.
And what's the message for residents in the town at the moment? Is it still,
The matter has been resolved. Like I say, we thank the residents for their patience and their understanding during a difficult day. So certainly, it was a dangerous situation, and we really do thank them for their patience and the assistance that they provided throughout the day as the matter evolved and was resolved.
Just in terms of the man who passed away, can you tell us a bit about him, his age?
Well, it's a man that was aged in his 40s, again a Kellerberrin resident who worked at the same location, we believe, as the 25-year-old man. Homicide squad officers are with his family now, and obviously our thoughts go out to his family.
And did he die at the scene, or was he taken to hospital?
Again, he was taken to hospital and died shortly afterwards.
How many gunshot wounds did he suffer?
That's under investigation. I'm not quite sure the exact details.
Was he shot at close range or from far away?
Um,
That's all subject to the investigation.
Considering how small Kellerberrin is and this footage is going around Australia, can you just sort of describe the impact that it's had on the small town?
Of course, it's a very small town that everyone knows everyone. So I'd imagine it will have a very devastating effect on the town. But again, local police within the town and support services are there, and we're there to support the town.
And that self-inflicted gunshot wound, is that just one, or?
Again, that's under investigation.
Last questions, please.
I understand he was making several threats, which is why the community was locked down. Can you go into that?
Obviously, at that stage, we had a person that was heavily armed and had been involved in a serious incident, and then had left that area, was in a vehicle and on foot. We believe that he had shot at another vehicle, so it's obviously serious in that regard.
Have you ever seen anything like this in your career?
Unfortunately, these things do happen from time to time.